Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kenzie Gamefowl back at you with another exclusive video, guys. And for this video right here, I'm gonna be speaking about something to do if you're thinking about getting into Gamefowl, if you're new to Gamefowl and just at the point where you wanna buy your first birds. You're gonna want to make sure you watch this video, because this can be some helpful information for you leading the months and years down the road and save you a whole lot of time. First, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Share the channel if you can. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about this video and what your opinion is on what I say in this video, guys. Appreciate you all. Follow our social medias. It's all in the description of this video. They'll all be there. You can keep up with us with everything we do, man. Got some big things coming up. But for this video right here, I just wanted to keep it simple. I get messages throughout the day and throughout the weeks of a lot of newcomers. I'm kind of surprised about how many newcomer messages I've gotten in the last really the whole 2024. I got quite a bit, and that's a real good sign. That means people are actively wanting to get into chickens, wanting to raise chickens. That's if they know some people that's already got some chickens, or they might have just stumbled across some videos online, maybe knew somebody that did have some chickens. Maybe they grew up with their uncle or something having chickens, and 20-30 years later they thinking back like, man, I remember I used to help my uncle on his farm with his chickens, man. I want to get back to that. I used to love them chickens. I get a lot of people like that, like especially even people that's been in it and got out of it. I know people that work in the oil field, retired policemen. A lot of these type of people have called me and say, hey, I want to get back in the Gamefowl. I had such and such breed back then. I want to get them now. Can you point me in the right direction? Which is awesome. But for this video right here, if you're a newcomer, if you're a beginner, I suggest you start with a hatch Gamefowl based bloodline first and foremost. Some people will say different, and I can see. I know some other birds besides hatches, that would be a good starting breeds for people just getting into Gamefowl. But when you're getting into Gamefowl, you want you a solid base bloodline that you can't go wrong with, that you can basically breed into anything and make it better. Add at that bottom. If you got a round head, you would love to have a hatch type chicken to breed with that round head to get some battle crosses. You can't go wrong with a good solid hatch foundation bloodline. Especially in these days, the hatches, they got about everything that the cutting fowl back in the day, the hatches didn't have. Back in the early 70s and 80s, when you thought of hatch chickens, you thought of a couple things. They were slow, but they were strong. And if they hit you, you're going to feel it. But that's why a lot of people started breeding more towards the cut, more towards the speed in Gamefowl, because the shows was just lasting too long. They felt like, going to the drag all the time, 2-3 hours on a game chicken. It's like with the times. Money spends fast, money goes fast. So they needed just a little something to speed up the process. And that's when people started coming out with sweaters, with round heads, with, all these other cutting type fowl that would breed. But if you take a hatch bloodline rooster and breed him with a good cutting Gamefowl, like I said, today's hatch chickens, from a lot of people, they can get it done in any type show. It just don't have to be in the gaff or whatever the case is. But you can't go wrong with a good hatch type chicken. And if you're thinking about getting a Gamefowl right now, that's telling me you've already did your due diligent research. That tells me you've more than likely already looked around and seen some birds that caught your eye that you might want to get. You probably talked to some people, asked some people for some prices. But if I could give you some advice and you don't have any Gamefowl, get you a good solid hatch bloodline, whether that's yellow leg hatch, McLean, blueface, whatever the case may be. That's a great starting point, and you really can't go wrong with it, because them hatch bloodlines, they'll be with you for the long haul. And It's like hybrid hatch breeds in today's time. It's not those old, slow, strong chickens no more. These hatches these days, they have cut, they have power, they have agility, they have everything, you know. So why would you go and try to? One thing in Gamefowl, guys, you cannot skip the process. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much money you think you got. Um, when you're dealing with Gamefowl, you all on their time. You can do little things to try to make the processes easier, but still, the hens got to lay the eggs. Whether you use an incubator or hen hatch, you still got to hatch the eggs. You still got to raise them chicks up to mature cocks and hens, guys. So you don't want to get 2 years down the road with a fresh set of cocks, and then you go to a show and they just don't have enough bottom in them, or they're lacking a little bit of this, or you got to the very end and they just couldn't pull through. Get you a good base bloodline of hatch, whatever it is. You don't have to have 4 different type of hatch chickens. I know people that have game farms and they just have one strain of Gamefowl that they've had for years, whether that's a hatch or white hack or whatever the case may be. Mostly every game farm has some type of hatch bloodline. If you go around and look at the majority of Gamefowl farms, if you take the 20 Gamefowl farms and look at all their breeds, put them side by side, you'll see what they have in common is every farm may not have grays, every farm may not have roundheads, every farm may not have azels, but I guarantee you 90, 95, 99% of those 20 farms, they each have some form, some breed of a hatch type chicken on their game farm, guys. Go look if you don't believe me. Everybody got to start with the hatch. That's one good recommendation I could give for newcomers getting into the game. Get you a good solid foundation of hatch blood, and you never turn back. You never can go wrong with it. For sure, they crossgrade on anything. They show good, pure, and they're game. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on our social media accounts. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Do y'all agree with me that you should have a base Gamefowl bloodline on your farm? Or what y'all think about the situation? Y'all let me know down below. Peace.